Why not?
I can't do that. Getting there is one thing, but then staying there is like a whole nother thing that I don't think people are ready for or know how to handle. I just felt really stuck, like I was in sort of some kind of hamster wheel almost, and I just was like, all right, I need to change something. As soon as I felt uncomfortable in the studio, I knew I was doing something right. That's when I knew, okay, cool, this is something I haven't done before. I'm just not a kid anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm grown up. And so my music really needs to reflect that. It could be really hard personally dealing with like public opinions and like, you know, tabloids, not kind of going into that too much. One thing I do know is that when you create a core following fan base, like when you know people are going to buy tickets to your shows, like you're already winning. I mean, I was a part of it, you know, in my early 20s coming out, being signed to Jay-Z and everyone that was sort of signed to him and me being compared to them. And I looked at it as a compliment because the people that they were comparing me to were super successful. And I was like, oh my gosh, the fact that if I could just even be like them would be a dream.
SK Vibemaker.
SK Vibemaker. My interviews are hotter. Rita Ora is in the building looking fresher than ever. You know what? Like sometimes you don't see people that have been in the industry for like 10 years plus and they ain't looking as fresh as this.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
I know
you get that a lot though. I know you get that a lot.
No, thank you, because I work hard at it.
That's why hubby came along and just whacked you down real quickly.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I hubbed him down first though, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, you ran after him, yeah?
No, he ran after me, but then I locked it down first.
Say no
you know,
more.
I proposed.
Oh, really?
I swear, yeah.
Is that on record? Have you told
I've
story
said that
before?
I've said that
because that's quite unusual.
I know.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes like men don't actually like that. Like,
I know.
Like you're demasculating a guy. Like,
but you know why I liked it? Because he didn't care, and that's
Okay.
what actually kind of subconsciously it makes them more masculine in my
He's
mind.
comfortable in where he's at.
That's what we
you know
want.
I'm saying?
We just want comfortability, you know, and that's it.
Was you scared to propose?
Yeah, very.
Oh, you was. Was it a long plan?
Not really.
So
it was spontaneous.
You bought an engagement ring for him.
Yeah.
Lovely. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight. And he was just like, yeah, straight away.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't tell us if it wasn't like that.
No, actually, you know, again, because I am an open book, I would say he said no, but he didn't. Thank God.
And you guys have worked together on the new video as well. How was it with him directing the video and you just generally working together?
So All Natural, the single, was so important for me to kind of re-identify like who I am. And he was a part of that whole process of me being stressed and me not knowing who I was. And, you know, he saw that. He saw it all my vulnerable moments. And I just thought that, you know, him telling that story with me was it was so necessary and nobody else could do it. And obviously, thankfully, he's an incredible storyteller. And so when he directed it, it was so good because it's just me. The video is just me dancing on my own. There's no sort of like, again, bells and whistles. I just wanted to, and I'm not like a great dancer, but I'm doing my version of it. And that was so liberating. And the song is pretty simple. Like when you hear it, it's just like that's just 2 beats, you know, and my voice. And so it kind of comes in really we come in hard, you know, and I needed the video to have that same bravery and confidence. And he really helped me. It was funny because the cameraman works with him all the time. And obviously like a video is different. And they were doing like a 360 around my bum and the cameraman was like, I feel really uncomfortable. And then my husband was like, shoot the bum. Don't worry, you're fine. And the cameraman was like, I feel okay. And he was like trying to get it. And it was so funny. But yeah, it was funny.
Shout out to the mister. Take over
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Definitely. Big man in his own status as well, like Hollywood star. I mean, like you're a star. He's a star too.
Yeah, he
Power
is.
couple.
He's a really great filmmaker. He's definitely, you know, I'm a fan of his work, you know what I mean? And now we get to combine. It's a dream. I think there's a lot more coming from both of us as well.
Straight up.
Yeah.
What kind of mind space is Rita Ora in at the moment?
I'm in a really good space. I'm in a very like self-discovery, I don't know. I feel like this is some sort of like gear shift has happened. Something feels really different. I'm feeling, you know, I'm usually like riddling with anxiety when it comes to new music, obviously, because it's new and like I'm trying to control everything with this. And with this one, you know, I'm kind of feeling like less is more. And I think that the song really does speak for itself. And so I'm trying to just let the music do all the talking.
I mean, like when people want an introduction for Rita Ora in 2025, how do you introduce yourself? Like maybe somebody doesn't know what you do.
I don't even know. Yeah, I'm just a performer. I'm an entertainer. I'm here for the people. I have always been truly, authentically, like 100% myself. And I think that's what this is. This is a celebration of just like unapologetically being who you are without really feeling judged, you know?
Straight up. Countless top 10 hits, few number ones.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely a pop star. Do you feel the pressure to always deliver to that high standard?
I think so. I think I'm just a very like competitive person myself, you know, but I don't usually try and compare or compete with other people. It's just me, myself, you know, and so I kind of looked at everything I had done and I just felt really stuck, like I was in sort of some kind of hamster wheel almost. And I just was like, all right, I need to change something. It was one of those things where like even everything, I looked in my cupboard, I was like, I hate everything. Like, you know, when you have one of them days and you're just like, oh, everything, I just wanted to just rip everything off and really get into a whole new, I don't know, I guess era, rhythm, direction. So it was something that I needed. Like I needed to do this myself, you know.
Risky?
Yeah, always. But I feel like I always am a bit risky.
Jeez. Hey.
But yeah, it is a risk. It's always a risk when you do something new, you know. But I feel like that's our jobs as entertainers. Like we always need to keep bringing something to keep people, you know, full and encouraged. And like, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, you know.
You've come a long way since 2008, featuring on Craig David's song.
Wow, yeah.
Working in the sneaker shop. This is a big question I'm about to ask you, but how would you like sort of plot your 3 biggest highlights, your career highlights thus far?
You know, I think that like obviously 2008 was like the first thing I ever did, you know. Shout out to Craig David, he's always had my back. And I think that's when I realized like, oh cool, this could really be a real thing for me, you know, because it's a dream. Like I know so many people that have this dream and I'm so grateful to be doing this, you know. But I felt like, you know, that was a big point. And then 2012 was a big point when I had my first number one. And it's just been a roller coaster like ever since. I have so many memories and so many things and choices because I've just been so open, like especially in my 20s. Like obviously I've learned a lot, I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm definitely sort of unapologetic, but at the same time now, like I'm just not a kid anymore, you know what I mean? Like I'm grown up, and so my music really needs to reflect that, like the journey, and especially with new fans and things. And it's a new time now, like everything's changed, everything is different. And so every time you put something out, there needs to be like an identity, an intention, a character. Like you need your world ready, you know, for marketing, for messaging, even like it's kind of like what's your language? Like what's the language that you're telling and how are you speaking to the people, you know? And
All Natural is the new single.
Yeah.
I mean, All Natural. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could take that however you want to take it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But what do you want people to take from the single?
So like what I said earlier, like in this interview, you know, when I made this song, I just felt like I was just going around in circles. And before this song, I just didn't know, you know, how I wanted to just challenge myself. And that's when I met Joel Little, who is a huge producer. Like he's done some amazing things with Lord and Sam Smith and just to name a few. And he's very good at pushing the artist, and but also making it like their own thing. So if you hear this song, like I'm not like belting singing, I'm more talky, I'm more chill. I just honestly, like the less I did, the stronger I felt in a weird way. And I'm so used to like doing the most, you know, like everything, how I dress, how I act, like my shows, like more. I want it all. I want feathers. I want everything. And so like this time around, I was just sort of like, let's just do nothing and see what happens.
Lovely.
And
we
so
got this beautiful song.
That's it. And like I think that this song has shocked a lot of people, you know. I've been getting a lot of great responses, and it's just been like, wow, new era, new shift, new, and that excites me. Like it's like a whole new chapter.
So with the single being called All Natural, it leads me on to a discussion that I have with a lot of female artists about the pressure to live up to diva status, you know, body standards, beauty standards, pressures to have body surgery,
it's a
and
real
all those
thing.
kind of things.
Yeah.
Have you felt any of those pressures throughout your career, and how have you dealt with them?
Totally. You know, I've looked at myself and always wondered, like, maybe I can do this or maybe I can do that. And I think that's when I discovered like self-care and like exercise and sort of a routine. Like I honestly feel like having some kind of routine, even if it's like going out for a walk or just like moving your body, can really change how you view yourself, because you just feel like productive, you know. And that's kind of what I needed. And now I look at myself like, oh, I've accomplished something today because I went for a walk like in the park, you know. And it's like those things are so simple, but they're so important, because then you can drown yourself in thinking you look or feel a certain way that might actually not be real. And so that's why I wanted to put this song All Natural out, because the word natural I actually think means different things for other people. Like some people love dressing up, obviously, and they find their true identity with hair and makeup and all of that. And some people don't do anything. And, you know, I just wanted to just be natural with my sense of like ability of existing as a woman, like not a girl, but like a woman now, you know. And there's something really like therapeutic about doing that and not really caring as much as I used to.
I was watching, you know, the short films that you've been putting out on Instagram, like kind of documentary style. And there was a phrase or a short little, I don't want to say it was a speech, but you said that you're in your 30s now and this is the best you've ever felt.
Yeah.
Kind of expand on that, because I feel like for females, definitely in entertainment and the music industry, there's a lot of unfair sort of pressures that are on the male counterparts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's been like that for forever, honestly. I feel like we always get pitched against each other for so many different reasons. And I mean, I was a part of it, you know, in my early 20s, coming out, being signed to Jay-Z and everyone that was sort of signed to him, and me being compared to them. And I looked at it as a compliment, because the people that they were comparing me to were super successful. And I was like, oh my gosh, the fact that if I could just even be like them would be a dream, you know. If you know who you are and like what you're trying to tell, I don't think that any of that matters, because it's all noise, right? And I just think we're in that day of it. We're in a place now where people are really desperate for individuality. People really want realness. Like they want a story. They want someone that they can follow that is not about the noise, but about like, this is me, you know. And I see it with a couple artists, and I feel really like just like refreshed, because it's so different to when, you know, I was out in 2012. And it could be really hard personally dealing with like public opinions and like, you know, tabloids, not kind of going into that too much, but it's really, really hard sometimes for me mentally. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I have such great, strong friends and family. And now I'm like, because I've done so much, you know, myself, I'm like, I'm just happy I'm still here. You know, it's been a decade. Like, it's not easy to say, you know, you can have a career that spans this long. And so, you know, I just look at the good stuff rather than, it's so hard to say this, and I know everyone says this, but like rather than dwell on everything you don't have. And I'm a work in progress. I'm not saying I've like cracked the code, but I just keep reminding myself. And maybe that's kind of why this song and this whole era feels different, because I'm kind of just doing less, like genuinely.
Now, Rita, talk your ish, because 10 years top of the game, 10 years plus top of the game as well. It's no small feat.
No, it's not. I mean? And it's kind of, it's getting there is one thing, but then staying there is like a whole nother thing that I don't think people are ready for or know how to handle.
Now, our first interview that we done little over 10 years ago is on about 250,000. You know what I'm saying? And you spoke about some interesting things that time. And one thing in particular that you spoke about was your ethnicity.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at that time, people was like, where's she from?
Yeah, always.
They didn't know where you was from. Some people even
I've had everything.
Like, they thought you were black. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, straight up.
But it's a compliment. I think kind of that's what's helped me as well, like in my career, because I don't think people really know where I'm fully like from, or I look like I can be from somewhere else. And it's really helped, because if you come to my shows, like it's just a sea of like different,
diverse.
And it's amazing because like everyone is one. Like in that moment, it feels like something that it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter where you're from. When you come to my shows, like everything is the same, and I love that. And yeah, but you know, again, I think now more than ever as well, you need to stand for something, right? And so I guess, I hope I said this 10 years ago, but like I'm a big advocate on, you know, immigrants and refugees. And I know it's a super sensitive subject right now, but I am one. And I think that there's so much stigmatism on that, and understanding kind of a true human being and the choices of survival are super slim, and us just having the chance to have a shot at a career, you know, it's kind of like what I know. That's like my story. So yeah, I've always been a true passionate supporter in that space.
And you definitely stated in that first interview, you being from Kosovo.
Oh, yeah.
And some people don't know, next to Albania. And you
Yeah.
spoke about a particular place being Pristina.
Yeah, that's where I was
you're
born.
from, where your
Yeah.
family's from. That's where you was born.
I was born there,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So how much of a connection do you feel to that place in Pristina? Put people on.
So much. I think now though, like I have a bit more help than I had 10 years ago. We've got now Dua Lipa, we've got BB Rexa, we've got Ava Max. There's a lot of us girls that are from there now that are really kind of in this pop stream, and it makes me really happy because again, it's proof of, you know, being from somewhere and you can really just kind of make your dreams come true. So I'm just hoping it like inspires the future generation and all that, you know. I'm just out here just trying to help the people.
Amen. Hey, we love that. Yeah. So let's talk about the song, Love Ain't It. You and Brandy, there's a few other people on the song, but you and Brandy were going back to back.
I know.
This was a little barring session. And you definitely, I feel like you kind of spat some bars in a way that you maybe haven't before. And this leads me to a question. Are we going to get more of that? Like you spitting bars?
No.
Why not?
I'm not. I can't do that. I mean, I can talky.
Come
do
on,
it.
you're from like where culture is.
I know.
In Notting Hill.
But
like
I'm going to need
Goulburn
someone
Road.
to ghostwrite
Right for
me
you?
then. Yeah.
No,
'cause-
but your execution was, you know, levels.
Thank
though.
you. That
Yeah,
means
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
This was, let me paint the story because this is part of a film. All right, everyone.
Descendants.
Before people think I'm about to
So
drop
it's
a rap
quite,
album,
It's quite theatrical.
it's all very theatrical. Like it's a musical. So like Brandy's in it. I play like a really evil Queen of Hearts. She plays Cinderella, and so yeah, it was part of the film. But it was really good to do something different. Like again, just to get out of my comfort zone. And we've just wrapped on the new one actually, and the new music with her is insane.
Oh, more music with Brandy. You and Brandy.
I can't say. I'm not saying anything.
Okay, let's not like talk about the future, but working with Brandy though.
Yeah,
you and Brandy.
She's my bestie
Like
now.
that's the OG though.
You know what? You know how funny she is?
I don't know because many people she's quite
But
elusive.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
She is jokes. Like she has bars. She is so funny. But I actually love that elusiveness about her, you know, because again, she just lets the work do the talking.
So you lot connected very quickly.
Very well. Yeah. There's a big friendship there for us. Yeah.
Straight up. So talk to us about. I know people are going to ask an album.
Yeah.
Is there an album on the way?
There is. I haven't toured since my third album on Phoenix, and I miss it. I did a quick tour in America, like 10 shows, and it was like, I need to get back on the road again. And so, you know, I've got this single coming out and a new one coming out as well, top of the year, and then an album to follow. And for sure, I'm going to be doing a full tour. I need to just get back in it. I want to be with my band. I want to feel the people. I want to see the people. I just want to like, you know, cut that barrier off of like what we have today of like social media and all the filters and just like connect again, you know? And so, yeah.
You spoke at the beginning of our conversation today about being in a new chapter, and I feel like a big part of that is you're kind of a bit on an independent route now, right?
Yeah.
You've left like the major label and you're with BMG, you've got a situation with them.
Yeah.
Talk about this new chapter and why it was important for you to sort of maybe get more ownership and control.
Well, times have changed. Like those deals that I had back in the day, they just don't exist anymore, and they just don't work anymore, honestly, because you can do so much now on your own where you don't need to be paying people to do that, you know? And what I mean by that is like all your rights and all your sort of masters and everything. I mean, this is a longer conversation, but BMG, technically, it's still a major label, but the type of deal I did was where it's almost like a distribution.
Cool,
so
distribution deal.
So it's almost like they still have an involvement, but technically I make the last call, and you know the percentages are different. So like the masters and everything I own, and royalties and and all of that stuff.
Masters.
Yeah, I mean that if you can get your masters, that is, I have that. So, but it's a tough road. Sometimes you need the help of labels to get you off the ground. But then, sort of like me, if you've been doing it now for a bit longer, it made sense for me. You know what I mean? It was just like where I feel like fitted because I do other things. You know, so. Yeah, it worked out well. I'm really happy with that.
You've had some massive hits, like we said, like multiple top 10s, numerous number ones. I've spoken to a lot of artists recently about the correlation between the numbers and how good a song actually is. Because nowadays you can see the numbers, YouTube, Spotify, digital streaming platforms. How much of a correlation do you feel like there is between songs with big numbers and how good the music actually is?
You know, it's so different now, isn't it? Because you don't actually know why the support is there sometimes you love the person or you love like what they do and who they are as a human and you want to support. Sometimes the music is just so fire, and it's like such a gray area of knowing all of these roots. But one thing I do know is that when you create a core following fan base, like when you know people are going to buy tickets to your shows, like you're already winning. Like just putting out the song, you're already winning. And it's so crazy because I met Dave in Saint-Tropez like recently. I know that sounds proper bougie, but we would do.
Let them know which Dave you're talking about.
Oh, sorry, Dave the rapper.
Santan Dave. Yeah,
Santan Dave. He's. I mean, in my mind, there was only one.
Yeah, well, could be, but you saying Dave, it could
Oh,
be
right,
Dave
it's a very
Batista,
common
could
name.
Be,
I say.
you know what I'm saying? Could be anybody, and like you move in big circles, so you know we had to specify. But yeah, you saw Dave in where was it?
Saint-Tropez, which I've never
Saint-Tropez,
been
yeah.
to before, and I went and you know, I was saying to him, look, I'm kind of excited but nervous, but I'm not feeling crazy panicky about this record. And then he said, look, Rita, as long as you put it out, you're winning. And I actually forgot the simplicity of just like putting out music is so powerful. And then whatever happens, it is meant to be like it's all written out. So that's really kind of what I'm doing. So I'm just hoping that people can really find themselves in this journey and see themselves with this like self-discovery, because it really is a celebration of like growth. And it does sound really sexy, but it's like deeper than that, you know? So
What would you say is driving and motivating you in this chapter of your career? What drives and motivates Rita Ora, the musician?
it really is about like challenging myself. As soon as I felt uncomfortable in the studio, I knew I was doing something right. That's when I knew, okay, cool, this is something I haven't done before. Like me in these verses, I'm like talking, like I'm usually belting. So like it's different when I'm like not singing. And so everything's different. The approach, like the intentions, all these interviews, like, I don't know. I think that's what it is. If you can move yourself into a new space, you're growing as an artist, you know?
You were looking very well. I feel
Thank
like
you.
unless you have immaculate genes, there is some sort of training regime and eating or dieting that you're doing.
Yeah.
What is it? What's the
Thank
key?
you. I'm
What's
very
the key?
proud. I'm proud of my
I
routine.
mean, the skin is clean and clear.
Thank you.
There's not like no shade to anyone that's wearing hella makeup, but it looks pretty.
I don't wear that much makeup
yeah,
on.
that's
Well,
what I'm
because it's
saying.
part of my, I would say, character. Yeah, I always
The
make
eyes are white, the
Thank
pupils. You know what I'm saying?
I always make a character with with albums, and I guess my character with this time is doing less. Like less is more, and I just want to like not have to worry about waking up early and like having to get all my things together. And sorry, I'm swearing. And waking up early and having to like put all my makeup on and stuff. And so I don't know. I just want it to be real, and I just.
I'm not a perv, but there's a picture that I am actually.
So can I tell you what I do then?
Go on, tell me the.
So I
regime.
wake up, obviously. I brush my teeth. I have a
God
shower.
willing.
Thank you, God willing, exactly. I do this like greeny, powdery, mineral-y like thing. Doesn't taste that good, but it's really good. It's got
Medicine.
all the nutrients you
I
need.
do it too.
Like with water, and then you down that, hold your nose, whatever. I do water with electrolytes. You have to have it because your body needs it.
I run, so I know what you're talking
You know
about.
what I'm talking about. And then after that, I try to do 2-3 liters of water a day, and then I exercise. I do like really like weights. And then I do like weights in a hot room. I wouldn't say to do that because you need to really gear up to that. But weights are like a game changer for women. I feel like we're scared to use weights.
I mean, when I'm in the gym, all the women are doing is weights. To be
No
honest.
way.
Yeah.
You're going to the right gym then.
I'd like to think so, but like I'm not a perv. But I
But
did.
what are you
screenshot-
pushing though?
I
What are you
screensh-
pulling?
I screenshotted this
Yeah.
photo of you. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Well done, Rita.
But you know, I don't run as much as I need to.
But you
Running
do cardio.
I do cardio, but running is a whole nother thing.
next level.
And people call me like, come do this running club. I'm like,
One day,
one day, I think I want to get into it though.
straight up.
But it's hard. But yeah, I'm into it a lot. I love it. I love working out. So
Listen, they say my interviews are hotter. SK Vibemaker with Rita Ora.
yes, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for having me.
Big up, man. Thanks for having me. You know what I'm saying?
SK Vibemaker.